Hi guys, NaturelleBombshell here, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you already are a subscriber, and if you're not, make sure you click that subscribe button and also that notification bell. My channel talks about hair, beauty, fashion, and even gives you some sneak peeks into my life as a plus size model. So again, thank you so much for tuning in and spending time with me. So as you can tell by the title, I am going to talk about what people ask me about the most, what I get complimented on the most, what people comment on about me the most. Some think I'm lying, but people that know me know that I'm telling the truth. So without dragging it out any further, I'm going to talk about my hair and how I grew it long. Now, I don't want to come across as a Decepticon, so yes, this is a wig, obvi. To be honest, I actually wanted to do this series with my real hair, but because of everything that is going on, I am not able to get into the salon and to straighten and flat iron and wash, blow dry, do my whole straight hair regimen. It takes like 4 hours on my own, and it's a very overwhelming process to me. So yeah, girl, you don't know the half, okay? So just to give you a backstory on my hair journey, it took me 2.5 years to grow my hair from shoulder length to waist length. I am currently waist length. I want to get down to tailbone length, and that's probably the where I would stop at, is tailbone length, because again, I have 3C for a hair, so anything longer than that, it just won't be manageable for me personally. But hopefully by the time I get through this series, I will insert a video, or I will just come on here and do my I may just have to bite the bullet and do my own hair, because I think it just makes more sense, and it just feels, I guess, more authentic for me to do a series on my hair, showing my hair. But I had a modeling gig today, so that's why I am beat face, snatched with a wig on. So without further ado, let's get into it. During my hair journey, I transitioned from relaxed to natural. Probably, I think I transitioned probably 2 years. I transitioned a long time, maybe like 1.5 years or 2 years. I really can't remember, but I transitioned a long time, and that's actually how I started wearing wigs. But girl, transition is a whole different thing. These tips and tricks that I'm giving you, you can use on relaxed or natural or transitioning hair. So the most common thing I hear, I'm constantly getting DM'd on, is people are always saying, oh, my hair doesn't grow, or why isn't my hair growing, or why does my hair only grow to my shoulder and doesn't, then it stops growing. Your hair is constantly growing. So I'm going to give you some tips, tricks, and guidance on why that is a myth. So, fun fact, your hair is growing. Even when people are dead. I know this sounds a little macabre. But even corpses after a period of time still experience hair and nail growth. So surely if a dead person's hair is growing for a period of time, surely you as a living, thriving human being, you have hair growth. What you need to do is combat breakage. Now, again, to tackle the myth of your hair is not growing, you being a natural, just normal, healthy person, your hair is growing. Now, there may be some outliers to where your hair doesn't go, but these cases are so extreme. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional, but I am just going to give you some examples. So the first example, a cancer patient on chemo. Chemo is such a strenuous and rigorous medication process that it tackles the hair growth process. and it takes the hair out. Another example, people with alopecia. Alopecia is, I believe, an autoimmune disorder. So again, that's a disease or condition that attacks the, hair growth process. And even pregnant women experience postpartum shedding. Obviously, when you're pregnant, you have such a hormonal imbalance till it doesn't necessarily stop your hair from growing, but your hair sheds excessively and falls out. But again, your hair is still growing, it's just shedding. And shedding is a part of your hair's life cycle, but we'll get into that in another video. I don't want this to be so overwhelming with information, so I'm going to break it up into different segments. So again, that's why make sure you just subscribe so you can see all the tips and tricks that I offer you throughout a hair growth, or throughout my hair growth and hair journey process. So the first thing, again, in this video, to reiterate, you need to focus on length retention. And length retention, what that means is that the oldest parts of your hair are not breaking off and you're retaining them. So, girl, obviously this is weird, but I'm going to use an example. So, if this was my real hair, honestly, my real hair is really this length. How about that? But anyway, this will be the oldest part of my hair. Your ends are the oldest. Obviously, they come from your root and they grow all the way down. So, as your hair continues to grow, you have to focus on length retention. How do you retain length? Moisturizing and sealing, protective heat styling. So, I know some people flat iron their hair every day or every couple of days. Girl, if you are on a hair journey, that is not an option. You can't be flat ironing your hair every day just because it's 24 hours in a day. You cannot do that. You have to protective style. And a true protective style means that your ends are protected. Now, you do have some low manipulation styles, and low manipulation styles are just hairstyles that just that low manipulation, like braids. You don't have to comb through your hair every day. Again, I'm going to do a separate video on about protective styling, heat-free styling. Let's see what else. If you are wanting to retain length, you have to ask yourself, am I flat ironing my hair every day just because it's 24 hours in a day? Or do I always wear my braids, so tight that, my brain twisted up in them? Or, are they so tight to my edges popping off all the way back? You have to ask yourself these questions because these all play a part in length retention. Do I have the proper moisture and protein balance in my hair? Am I protecting my ends? Do I protective style? Do I wear necklaces? And I have on a necklace now, but it doesn't snag. Do I have on necklace or certain materials or fabrics or garments that, my hair brush against, which will cause breakage? And so if you feel that your hair isn't growing, the actual thing that you are not doing is retaining length, and you are experiencing breakage. You are experiencing breakage because you have little short hairs opposed to the long hairs that come out. So with shedding, if you pull out a strand of hair and there's a white bulb at the end, that means that the hair has, the total strand has shedded from your hair. Shedding is natural. I think you shed anywhere from, I think I read somewhere like 200 to 400 strands a day, just depending. So shedding is normal. Excessive shedding, you may want to research and see why you're experiencing that. So we have talked about why your hair isn't growing. And so why isn't your hair growing? You're right, girl. Your hair is growing. But you have to focus on length retention. How do you do length retention? You assess what you are doing or what you are not doing in your everyday regimen that is combating your length retention. So it is something you're doing, whether it's one of those examples that I named. You need to assess that situation, and I guarantee you, if you do that, you will start retaining your length. In some of the upcoming series, I'm going to talk about protective styling, heatless styling, moisturizing and sealing, the products I use, and also if I use any supplements. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell. And comment below and let me know what length you are now and what length you would like to be. You can also stay connected with me on Instagram at NaturelleBombshell. Thanks so much, guys. You all stay safe and go forth and prosper.